Good afternoon and welcome back to the West Ham Network. Anton here bringing you some of the lunch headlines for today. And West Ham fans might genuinely need to check our calendars. Why would I say that? Well, I'm saying that because Graham Potter's plans of a youthful and hungry squad are taking a curious twist. Now, West Ham brought in Callum Wilson, soon to be 34, in a move that did spark whispers and conspiracy theories that David Sullivan had a hand in it. Potter arrived promising to lower the squad's average age, stating clearly that I think it makes sense for us to lower it because when you're talking about value and resale of a different profile of player, I'm not ageist, but I understand the upsides of younger players. Yet, instead of signing young, pacey forwards to complement the West Ham squad, West Ham replaced Michail Antonio, who we'll come on to in a second, 36 in February, with Callum Wilson, a player who is just 2 years younger and arguably more injury prone. He joins Niclas Füllkrug, another forward with some mobility and fitness concerns, painting a worrying picture for the vision of the future of West Ham. Now, despite his struggles, Wilson is meant to spearhead the attack. And when the move was rumoured to be coming true, fans were furious. People admitted that they were absolutely devastated at West Ham looking at bringing in a player of that calibre and not flirting with all the kind of young stars that are out there that we've been linked to over the summer. Now, in short, Wilson's arrival is the first piece of what you could call the oldest strike forces in the Premier League's history. And if Potter wanted a youthful rebuild, he might have to adjust his expectations and adjust our expectations. But moving on from that story and coming on to Michail Antonio, he was released by West Ham over the summer. And to be honest with you, the game against Sunderland, you could have been doing with the kind of Antonio kind of barging element that he brings to his game. But he opted not to sign a deal with West Ham. West Ham opted to let him go. But we are supporting him and keeping him on the books in terms of letting him maintain his fitness as he continues to search for his other club after leaving West Ham. And we gave him the opportunity to do that last night, where he maintained his fitness when he was named in the West Ham starting lineup against Nottingham Forest in the under-21s. Now, I get it, but then sometimes I don't get it. It's a heartwarming twist. He was named as in the starting lineup, he maintaining his fitness, and it was a rare sight to see him in a West Ham shirt again after his decade-long service, but I don't really know how I feel about it because as much as I want him to find another club and West Ham need to give him that, what does that mean for the younger players in the squad? Starting game, where's the pathway? That just really doesn't help the pathway story. It's a case of you make a decision, and in terms of a playing position in that team, if I'm a young person in that squad, what does that mean for the future for me? What does that mean? And I don't know what that means. I just don't think it looks that great, to be perfectly honest with you. So leave me your comments and let me know your thoughts on West Ham kind of supporting Antonio, the decision to not renew his contract, the decision not to stay at the club. But West Ham are still supporting him and giving him a playing role, even albeit in a development squad. But what does that mean for the players under him? Again, let me know your thoughts as I come on to the third and final story. And yes, I am going to be talking about it. Just when you thought West Ham's striker saga couldn't get any older, enter Jamie Vardy. Sources in the reports in the mainstream media are suggesting that West Ham have spoke to Vardy's camp about a move to London Stadium and a move that could turn Potter's youthful rebuild into a vintage collection. You can say that with an abundance. Vardy, who will turn 39 in January, left Leicester following the relegation last season and appears determined to play into his 40s. And if he joins West Ham, he would line up alongside Callum Wilson, who's 34, Niclas Füllkrug, who's 33, creating one of the oldest strike forces in Premier League history. By April, the combined age would reach a staggering 106 years old, enough to have fans joking about the OAP retirement home and the Football League, the retirement home football team in the top tier of the English football. West Ham fans were excited by links for the young dynamic forwards such as 18-year-old Idris Gueye, hoping for a blend of pace, power, long-term potential. Instead, we might end up with a forward line better suited for a retirement home. I know it's a harsh statement, but it's so bloody true. Even Teddy Sheringham, the Premier League's oldest scorer, might look at the West Ham Strikeforce and think, my God, they're pushing it, but I might get a chance at West Ham again. I suppose signing Vardy, if you'd have said to me Vardy or Wilson, I probably would have taken Vardy. But I don't want both, and we're stuck with Wilson. So, I don't know. You let me know your thoughts on the link to Jamie Vardy. Yes, you have heard me correct. Jamie Vardy. Anyway, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. Come on, you irons.